Benevolence to immortals, you can call me Whimsical William. Welcome to my channel. Here's another short video. I just read the first part to Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, Phantom Blood. We got like 3 hard covers. These are omnibuses, so this is basically 6 volumes of material. I will show you what they look like and I'll give you my thoughts. Alright, so honestly, you get to really see Araki's old art style. The covers don't really show you what the art looks like. The covers are his new art style, but the contents are his old art style. I'll get a little bit closer for you. Araki's always been talented. You could tell that he got a lot of inspiration from Fist of the North Star, which is really cool because now his style is so different. So what do I think about it? Honestly, it hits different, but not in the best ways. So I love the art, but a lot of the great moments from the anime, they seem a lot faster and easier to overlook and almost rushed. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. What I do like is the art. I love the art. I love seeing the progression and the style. What I don't like would be the pacing. I feel like everything is rushed and there's not a lot of detail. And you could tell this was like an 80s manga by their dialogue, the way that they speak. It's like a different time. Like it really feels like a different time. But it's not bad at all. It was a good read, but to be honest, I felt myself taking forever to get through it. And it's not a lot to read. It's only 6 volumes. Like I read all 20 of Call of the Night like back to back to back to back. I was invested. And I don't know, I just didn't really enjoy reading it that much. I like the anime a lot more. And I thought to myself, well, maybe it's because I know everything that's going to happen. So I'm just not going to have as much fun reading through all this JoJo. And then I got really sad about that. I'm like, maybe I should have read it first and then watched it. I just started reading Battle Tendencies Part 2 today. And I almost finished the first volume like within the first sitting. Like it was so easy and effortless to read. And I think that Jonathan Joestar is conveyed better in moving action. And I think he's more exciting and fun to enjoy as an animation versus a static image. This is really not fun to read, but very fun to watch. I actually really like part 1. Dio is like the most petty piece of trash on the face of the planet. Zeppeli, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's got so much charisma, so much style and elegance. Speedwagon is so emotional but so tough at the same time. I really enjoy these characters, but reading through it was a slog. And like I said, I thought it was because maybe I know everything that's gonna happen, so I'm not excited. But when I read part 2, I knew everything that was gonna happen, every part, but I enjoyed it just as much, if not more. And the art style changed so much from part one and part two, but it's still Araki. And it's not a huge change, but it's very noticeable. The writing style changed too. Like, things aren't glossed over as much. There's a little more detail. And there's more, how do I put it? More freedom involved. I felt like part one was very contrived and just restricted. Like, I felt Araki's artisan was begging to escape, and it was just locked behind this whole, I have to fit this certain criteria or I'm not gonna be able to write this. It's not gonna be successful. And it felt really choked up. And I think the anime took some of that artistry and brought it out and breathed life into it. So yeah, part one, I didn't enjoy reading it that much. It wasn't bad though. Like, I don't hate it. I love it. I'll never sell it. I'll never get rid of it. Part one, because I'm a collector, but also two, I don't sell my things unless I hate them or I feel nothing for them. I enjoy this manga. It just doesn't hold up to the anime for me. I've watched, part one all the way to part 6 in order, but I'll admit I watched Thus Spoke Rohan first, which was wild. But that got me really interested in the story. And since it's not super connected to the rest of the story, there's no stands or anything in Rohan's part, it didn't really mess anything up for me. It wasn't like starting off with part 5 and then going back to part 1. I did part 1 through 6 all together. And I loved every part. I really did. I feel like part 3 drags on a lot longer than it needs to. And I'm hoping that the pacing in the manga is rectified. I hope it's a little bit better, because the anime just seemed like it went on and on and on. Now part 4 is really cool, but what made it easier for me to enjoy was the fact that, all right, we got this whole mystery thing going on and this is really interesting, but now we got this whole other plot going on. Now we figured out who this person is that we're looking for. And it just feels like I'm watching 2 shows in one, which is super cool. Meanwhile, part 3 is just a forever quest. And that makes it kind of accurate, because they're kind of going across the world and they can't take a plane, because every time they take a plane, the plane doesn't make it. Every time they get like a reliable source and a quick source of transportation, something happens. So it makes sense, but the pacing is just, it's really slow. And then it's full of action and fast again. The pacing is kind of like all over the place. So I'm hoping the manga is different. So far, I'm about halfway through the first volume of part 2, and I love it. It's so fun. Joseph Joestar is hilarious, and it shines through as a manga just as well as it did as the anime. And I'm really looking forward to reading more of it and talking to you all about it. That's pretty much all I got to say about part 2. I kind of wish that we got Jojo box sets instead of these hardcovers, or not instead, but have the choice between the two, because I really like box sets. And these hardcovers, they look good, but I just feel like having them all together on the shelf, they kind of start looking a little too similar, but they're different enough, so it's fine. I also really want JoJo's part 5, the light novel Purple Haze Feedback. I really want that to come out. I want to read it physically. Very excited about that. I think it's gonna come out. I'm waiting for it. I'm so stoked for it. I'm very excited for part 7, Still Ball Run. I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to read it. I know it's everybody's favorite part. My favorite part is part 5, but I might change my mind after reading 7. I haven't read it, so I'm really hyped about that. And with that being said, thank you so much for checking out another video. If you haven't already and you feel like a subscribe, it will help me out. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's my goal. I say it all the time, but I appreciate it, and thank you so much. Peace.